These days, all I can hear is the quiet tick of the second hand as 1 p.m. becomes 1 a.m., the sound of my breathing. My plain black particle board coffee table is adorned in pizza crust crumb cutting board, crumpled Spanish transcriptions, incense ashtray full of yellow wood sticks and brown gray ash, a greasy plate with a pogo stick resting against the lip like a cigarette, bought en rabais at the fluorescent lit acid yellow maxi, where I spend my evenings sleepwalking. Bought out of a year-old dried out nostalgia to relive some old memory alone. William Carlos Williams looks across the coffee table, calm and unblinking, from his mid-century softcover towards the other half-read books. What good is it, these new ways of saying the same old things? O sadistic winter, how many times shall you bury, dig up, and rebury autumn in your lonely, frozen grave? My cheap table is crowned with things unfinished. My apartment rocks as the frosted glass head of the neighbor bobs past my window and tramples on down the stairs into that frosted glass world. My last love, you come to me in fleeting blurred visions in the space between my ears and sleep, and in curly-haired apparitions you visit me in the faces of others. We've said our final words, our time has been interred. There's little left to remind me of you now. These days, my apartment reeks of the choking odor of varnished floors, and I dream of third-hand cigarette smoke and jasmine oils seeping from the electrical outlets. My apartment shakes with saws and drills and hammers, and I find myself missing the mumbling of my neighbor's radio in my last home in Quebec City, where I wandered in daydreams, sick in worry, perched upon the holy sloping streets of Saint Jean-Baptiste. These days, the radio speaks of curfews and war through the shower curtain. I'm shadowed in December's gray sun, left to caulk my walls and scrub my dishes, collecting dust mites, inventing plans. I'm wondering when life is really supposed to begin. PL is dead. The book he recommended to me still sits unfinished by the bottles of vitamins on the particle board coffee table. It took me weeks to find it. I'll never get to tell him that I read it. I'll never text the number I saved in my phone, next to a first name only, for when he moved into town. These days, no matter what I try, I can't feel anything. If I were a genre of music, I'd be post-feeling. I've squeezed every last saccharine drop from solitude, and now suck its dry and bitter rind. I've walked the blocks from hazy August to muffled white flat December, as though walking will shake my branches and make fall some last iota of inspiration. All my fruit has fallen and lies fermenting, fodder for the birds. Things don't feel the same as they used to. Life doesn't feel the same. These days have been quiet. When the sun takes leave, I don't even remember to turn on the lights.